Here I have my original copy of Suikoden and another one. You may ask why I have two. Here's why. My save file for Suikoden was freezing, so naturally I bought another one. Now they both look in great shape, so I don't know what the problem might be, so we're going to be doing some testing to see what it might be. I tested the new copy out of my original fat PS2 that my dad bought at lunch, and guess what? It freezes too! To rule out a system issue, I got out my slim PS2 to test the new copy of Suikoden, and sure enough, it froze just the same. My original save file for Suikoden is on a first-party memory card from Sony. It's in great shape, I don't see any corrosion, so I'm going to rule out to see if it might be the memory card itself. The initial plan is to take this memory card and put the save file onto another memory card, which is first party. Now this one has already been wiped, it has no saves -1 on it, which that was my fault, I'll explain that later. So let's test this theory out and see if that works. We'll be doing this test with the new copy of Suikoden in the PS2 Slim since this is what's hooked up. Don't mind my cords, it's a mess. Typically it takes about 4 to 5 minutes before the game freezes. And of course it's always during battle, it's never anything else, whether it be in the castle or on the battlefield, the world map itself. And as you'll see in just a few seconds, the game freezes yet again. Time to troubleshoot. So I put another memory card in the save slot. I'm going to create a new save file, and that way we can test out to see if the save file's corrupted or if it's actually something to do with the glitch on the game itself. The new save file has been loaded up on the new memory card, and I've been in battle for like 4 to 5 minutes with different battles with no freezing, and then all of a sudden it happens again right here. So on to the next solution. On to the glitch test. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to remove 2 party members, Stallion and Ruby, because you'll notice the other party members are in blue status, which means they have to be in your party. It's required. And I really didn't want to remove Stallion because he has the Holy Rune on him, which makes your party run faster. And if you don't have that in your party, then you have to walk. And the castle is the biggest dungeon for what I understand, so it's very crucial to have that on so that way you can get through the castle a lot faster, because encounter rate in Suikoden can be a little bit high for my liking, not as bad as Beyond the Beyond, but still enough to be a little bit of a nuisance. So I'm going to put 2 random party members in my party to test this out to see if it is really the glitch that's causing the problem, because we ruled out everything else that I can think of to try. We tried 2 different memory cards, a different save file, 2 different games, resurfacing, different systems, and it still fails. So this is the only other thing that I can think of that it might be. If it's not going to work after this, I do not know what else it could be, and sadly I will not be able to continue Suikoden if that's the case. However, let's talk a little bit about Suikoden while I go through, the menu and just pick out everything, because it's just going to be a few minutes for that. My thoughts on Suikoden: I like it as an RPG. It wouldn't make my top 20 games of all time. It is a good story, but not enough to immerse me in like some other stories like Legend of Dragoon, Legend of the Guy 1,000 Arms. Some characters do resonate with me, like Grimu. Grimu has a great story, so tragic. I'm not going to say anything just in case you do decide to play the game. It doesn't have enough replayability for me. I would not replay this game. I would not. Yes, I will try the other ones in the series, but this one I wouldn't go back and replay. It is a shorter title, but you'll notice I put a lot of hours into it. Knowing me, whenever it comes to RPGs, I typically put double what someone normally would put in an RPG, because I like to take my time, level up on my characters. If you didn't notice before, everybody is a high level 40, and I max out their weapons if necessary, because you never know when you might need them or run into something kind of like this in this case, because we have a glitch. So it's good that I did that and had that mindset to do that. I'm always trying to be prepared when it comes to RPGs, because some of them can be difficult. You just never know. Now the OST is great. It does get a check mark for me because it's very well done. The graphics get a check mark for me because it's a very beautiful game, especially for PS1, because I've seen a lot of RPGs on PlayStation 1 and not a lot of them look that great, to be honest. Final Fantasy VII has not aged well. That's one. Beyond the Beyond is, okay with some of the graphics. It just really depends on what RPG that you're talking about. But this one has very beautiful graphics if, just look at it. It's just the color pops everything. And whenever it comes to, I've talked about character, story is always the main thing for me. And like I said, it just doesn't do it for me. Now, going into the castle, I'm going to go into random battles. I do this for actually a lot longer than what I show, about 4 to 5 minutes. And from what I gathered, every scene seemed to be fine. It did not glitch out like it used to. So I think that was actually the problem, that one of my characters either was carrying something that was causing a glitch, or it was just something random like a bug. I have no clue, but trying to play it for a few minutes. Definitely seemed to work. However, I mean, I only gave it like maybe 10 minutes whenever this is, like I said, just a short excerpt of what I actually did. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on if there's anything else with this, if it keeps glitching out. But hey, I mean, I got 2 copies of Suikoden now, so I mean, there's that. And win-win. It's always good to have the extra just in case. This is the PlayStation Girl signing out. Goodbye!